Narcissus is 123. Selwyn is 117. Brat Lorenzo, 146. The Serpent, 130, has the same value as the Hurricane, 130. 13 degrees in Melbourne, and a 13 km/h wind. So, what happened with Lorenzo? Brat Lorenzo. Bad is 7. Brat Lorenzo, 146. And 117 is Selwyn. They're connected. Bad Mirror Boy. The Rude Boy, 123. Narcissus, 123. 123, look at me. What was the go with Lorenzo? Well, Lorenzo is still roiling the Atlantic as a major hurricane. This is from September 28, 2019 at 3:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. You can see the Saharan dust on this side. And Lorenzo. Lorenzo, this is 1:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Saturday, September 28, 2019. Hurricane Lorenzo continued to astound on Saturday, with a size and intensity that are virtually unprecedented so far east in the Atlantic. Here's Africa. As of 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Lorenzo's top winds were at 115 miles per hour, which is a low-end Category 3 strength. Brat Lorenzo. Selwyn. The others have changed. They haven't. 129. Hey. Hey man. Man is 28. So, okay, let's keep reading. 2 NOAA reconnaissance aircraft sampled Lorenzo on Saturday as part of a research effort, and one of them reported on Saturday afternoon that the central pressure had dropped to 951 millibars from the 957 millibars in National Hurricane Center's 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time advisory. Flight level winds were as strong as 145 miles per hour. Update: Lorenzo is once again a Category 4 hurricane as of 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday, with top sustained winds of 130 miles per hour. So what is it now? Well, Wyoming, it's 558. Steam equals 58. Steam. Nathan is 58. So let's go to the East Coast, see what the time is there. New York, 7:59, 2 hours difference. 7:59. Bad is 7, Dragon is 59. Bad Dragon. Or Serpent. Or Hurricane. Satellite imagery showed that Lorenzo had grown more symmetric on Saturday versus Friday, with very strong convection, showers and thunderstorms sprouting around the newly dominant outer eye wall. And this image is from 3:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday. It's now 7:59 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday, 28th of September 2019. New York City time. Oh, and today is the supermoon. It's the black moon. The new moon is the black moon today. It was at 4:26 a.m. this morning in Canberra. And black equals 29. The new moon is the supermoon, the black moon. So Lorenzo resurged in strength today. How cool is that? Eye wall replacement cycle done. Lorenzo peaked in strength on Friday with top winds of 145 miles per hour, the strongest ever recorded in the Atlantic east of 45 degrees west. The hurricane then underwent an eye-wall replacement cycle that appeared to be wrapping up on Saturday. With that task behind it, Lorenzo now has an opportunity to retain its major hurricane status for at least another day or two. The official national hurricane forecast weakens Lorenzo very gradually, with top winds dropping into the Category 2 range on Sunday and remaining there into Tuesday. Lorenzo has completed another eye-wall replacement cycle, and it is possible that the hurricane is in the process of re-strengthening. Satellite intensity estimates have in fact taken a large leap upward in the last 3 hours and currently have Lorenzo back to a Category 4. San Lilo. From September 28, 2019, an unusually supportive environment has propelled Lorenzo to its record strength for this part of the Atlantic. Wind shear is moderate to strong, 15 to 20 knots, but Lorenzo is so large and powerful that it has been able to fend off any detrimental impacts. Sea surface temperatures are close to 1 degree warmer than average, putting the ocean well above the 26 degrees Celsius threshold for tropical development. Sea surface temperatures ahead of Lorenzo should remain above 27 degrees C until at least Monday, as the storm travels over oceanic territory that is rarely supportive of hurricanes. In line with these factors, the 1200-hour Saturday run of the HWRF high-resolution model, one of the top intensity tools in the 1 to 3 day range, keeps Lorenzo as a major hurricane through Tuesday. Track forecasts from the 1200-hour Saturday GFS and European models are in close agreement on bringing Lorenzo very close to the 30 degree west, 40 degree north point on Wednesday. Such a track would thread the needle between the far northwest Azores Islands of Corvo and Flores has to do with flowers, and the rest of the archipelago. Lorenzo's wind field is so vast, hurricane force winds are predicted to Hurricane force winds are predicted to extend 75 miles east of the center by Tuesday. That the predicted track could bring winds approaching hurricane force to the northwest and/or central Azores, even if no direct landfall occurs. Ensemble model output from Friday night shows enough left-to-right uncertainty in Lorenzo's track that all of the Azores should keep tabs on the hurricane's progress towards the islands. Given Lorenzo's vast size and strength, very high seas and sustained winds in the high tropical storm range, 50 to 70 miles per hour, with higher gusts could cause widespread trouble across large parts of the Azores on a variety of potential tracks. Per NOAA's historical database, only 7 Category 2 plus hurricanes have tracked within 200 nautical miles of the Azores. We'll see if Lorenzo will maintain at least that intensity next week. Tropical cyclones affect the Azores about every 3 years on average, according to HurricaneCity.com. Hurricanes that make it this far northeast are typically no stronger than Category 1. Although a 1926 hurricane made landfall on São Miguel Island near Ponta Delgada, while at peak Category 2 strength, 105 mile per hour winds. On January 15, 2016, Hurricane Alex, the Atlantic's first January hurricane in more than 60 years, struck Terceira Island as a high-end tropical storm. In October 2017, Ophelia passed well south of the Azores as a Category 3 hurricane, producing tropical storm force winds on the islands, according to the National Hurricane Center's final report. For more on Azores tropical cyclone climatology, see John Erdman's weather.com write-up. Even as it becomes a post-tropical cyclone, Lorenzo may still bring widespread tropical storm force winds to Ireland and the United Kingdom around Thursday, along with very heavy rain. Reconnaissance crews helped find missing sailors. 3 survivors from a tugboat that ran into trouble in Hurricane Lorenzo on Thursday were rescued on Saturday with the help of NOAA hurricane hunters. 11 others were still missing from the Bourbon Road tugboat, which was en route from the Canary Islands to Guyana. A NOAA hurricane research plane was assisting in the search Saturday. On Friday, a NOAA plane heading out to collect data on the record-breaking storm in the eastern Atlantic Ocean was diverted to the search. At the request of the US Coast Guard, NOAA 43 was asked to investigate the last known positions of search and rescue satellite hits for the vessel. Jonathan Shannon, a spokesman for NOAA's Office of Marine and Aviation Operations, told weather.com Friday afternoon. All 3 Hurricane Hunter aircraft airborne in conjunction with Hurricane Lorenzo, N-49 Gonzo, N-43 Miss Piggy, a double teaming Lorenzo, while N-42 Comet is on an international low-level search and rescue mission in the sinking of the Bourbon Road. And that's from September 28, 2019, by James Hyde. Elsewhere in the tropics, Saturday was a sigh of relief day. The Atlantic's first full day in more than a month with only one system, Lorenzo, being tracked as a tropical cyclone, or being monitored by National Hurricane Center for development. No tropical cyclones are expected to develop in the Atlantic through at least Thursday, according to the 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time Saturday tropical weather outlook. And this is a system down near Mexico. Our advisories for a potential tropical cyclone 16E, likely to become a tropical storm near the Mexico coast. A coast-hugging path not unlike Lorena of a few days ago. Localized rains of up to 15 inches are possible. So it'll be the M name for the Eastern Pacific, whatever that is. So, Lorenzo, very interesting. Very interesting. I thought we might. Lorenzo, the Pharaoh of Atlantic hurricanes. Alright, so we might have a look at Hurricane Lorenzo. Hurricane Lorenzo. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Let's go to news. Hurricane Lorenzo packs Category 4 winds and presents an ominous climate signal. Hurricane Lorenzo weakens, but he's still a massive storm. That was before he re-strengthened. Hurricane Lorenzo is so big it's sending dangerous waves to Florida. 2,500 miles away. Hurricane Lorenzo mapped. Latest NOAA warnings, spaghetti models, path and tracking update. Hurricane Lorenzo still a Category 3 storm, but weaker, before it re-strengthened. Lorenzo's strongest hurricane to reach so far east in Atlantic Ocean. NOAA plane headed to Hurricane Lorenzo, diverted to search and rescue mission. Hurricane Lorenzo in eastern Atlantic, path forecast of historic storm. Hurricane Tracker, Mexico on alert as new cyclone forms. That's the one we just looked at. Hurricane Lorenzo aims for UK. It's just 7 minutes ago. UK weather forecast, Hurricane Lorenzo to batten Britain with 80-mile-per-hour gales, 16-foot waves and snow next week. Lorenzo becomes most intense hurricane recorded, east of 45 degrees west longitude. Hurricane Lorenzo forecast discussion. Hurricane Lorenzo grows into Category 4 storm with 130-mile-per-hour winds. Current disintegrates. Lorenzo is still Category 3 hurricane. Now back to Category 4. Lorenzo is now more organized and powerful hurricane on satellite imagery. Hurricane Lorenzo isn't a threat to land, for now. Storm Boy, 127. Brat Lorenzo, 146. Twin Bulbs, 122. Bad is 7. 7 km/h winds in Hobart, Adelaide, Perth, and Brisbane. 7777. And 11 in Canberra. Jake was 11. Nathan was 13. Lorenzo. Hurricane Lorenzo. Hurricane Lorenzo, a powerful Category 4 storm offshore. Swells from Hurricane Lorenzo travelling across the Atlantic Ocean. Hurricane Lorenzo. Lorenzo is still a major hurricane. Otherwise, tropics quiet down. Hurricane Lorenzo strengthens to a Category 4. 3 rescued after tugboat sinks in Hurricane Lorenzo. NOAA hurricane planes aiding in search. Lorenzo remains Category 4 hurricane. Karen gives up. Hurricane Lorenzo gives historic roar. Dublin, weekend weather. 2 warnings as Hurricane Lorenzo heads for Ireland and UK. That's where the DJ's from, the UK. Yiming Yuan is from the UK. 3 rescued after boat sinks in Hurricane Lorenzo. 11 still missing. Lorenzo strengthens into hurricane east of Caribbean. That was a while ago, I guess. Lorenzo, actually he became a hurricane on the 25th of September. And the 25th of September was the date when the steamboat geezer did the weird thing. 25th of September. There was an interval of 6 days, 2 hours, 2 minutes. See? That was an interval. And then it went off at 6:22. 6:22. 11-year-old Jake, born on the 17th. So, Lorenzo, he is a brat. It's true. And 147. What is 147? It's the value of my name. Storm Boy is 127. And Lee Sutter is 121. She's the mum of the twins, Daniel and Samuel, in Red Rain by R.L. Stein. A novel. Latest model shows powerful Hurricane Lorenzo tracking towards Ireland 1 hour ago. On a direct course for Ireland. Hurricane Lorenzo explodes to 140 mph storm. That's a little while ago. Lorenzo roars as Karen gives up. Karen unravels. New fury for Hurricane Lorenzo. Weather forecast looks at possible impact of Hurricane Lorenzo on Ireland and Britain. Karen fades. Lorenzo continues as a major hurricane. Now Category 4 storm. Irish weather forecast. Remains of Hurricane Lorenzo to head towards Ireland next week. Tracking Hurricane Lorenzo's impact as it spins off Africa. The Pharaoh, you see. Karen loses more steam in Atlantic. Steam. Lorenzo is still Category 3 hurricane. Latest, Hurricane Lorenzo will have a nasty sting in its tail for us on Thursday of next week. Sting. 69. Major eruption number 69 was this one. And you know, 6 days and 2 hours is 146. Reflecting Brat Lorenzo. A nasty sting in his tail. For the UK. Lorenzo. Swells could affect Dominica. a few cloudy periods with showers. Rescue underway for Bourbon tug caught by Hurricane Lorenzo. Major Hurricane Lorenzo churning out swell over tropical Atlantic. Lorenzo, all alone in the central Atlantic. Don't let your guard down yet. Hurricane season 2019 has hit some records and it's not over yet. Karen has definitely faltered. Lorenzo still strong in the Atlantic. Lorenzo remains a Category 4. Karen to dissipate this weekend. Hurricane and tropical storm could be heading to Ireland in... Make it just hurricane. It's Lorenzo. Spell it however you want. He doesn't care if you say Lorzino. Call him Hurricane Lorzino if you must. Ship owner launches rescue operation. What were they doing there? Crazy. They were 60 miles south of the eye of Lorenzo at one point, which seems a little crazy. It's becoming a busy hurricane season, and every storm matters. Rescue mission launched after Lorenzo lashes Bourbon. AHTS. Well, there you have the latest. Western Park is 142. 17. And the value of my name, Philip Kelly. Not as exciting as Lorenzo, but still a name. Today is the supermoon. And it's now waxing. It's getting fuller. It's on its way up. It's 10:18 in Canberra. It's Black Sunday. It's the black moon. But there is a tiny, tiny little bit of moon now. 18 is R. And what's the R name? The R name is Rebecca. Will we get that far down the name list? Who knows? Anyway, that's what happened with Lorenzo. And you might be wondering what happened with others. Like, I don't know. We all know what happened with Dorian. He was a monster. What about tropical storm Imelda? What about that one? Imelda. You're not really helping me here, man. Tropical storm Imelda. How about that one? She was the clown, remember? The girl that was really a boy. Why is that? Because she was a clown. She popped up like a clown. A boy dressed as a girl. Ew. So, 4 dead and hundreds stranded and trapped in wake of tropical storm Imelda. Hundreds rescued in Imelda deluge in Texas. Alligator. While Imelda hammered Houston, the Woodlands was relatively unaffected. Yet her rain wasn't very even. More help needed in Texas. Urgent need of volunteers needed. 100 animals saved. Slow-moving Atlantic storms like Imelda and Dorian are growing more common. Damaged vehicles on the way. If you want a bargain, come this way. If you want an alligator, go over there. Hundreds of rescues. Karen is gone. Lorenzo is still going. Number 12. There was no 11. No, there was no 12. There was Karen in 1989, but there was no 12 storm. This year we have a 12 storm. It's the same name list as 1989. Tropical storm Imelda. Flooding. Downpours. Havoc. Havoc on those suffering from allergies. Really? Routine helps bulldogs recover from Imelda. Texans still don't know if they qualify for FEMA aid after Imelda, but some say the potential help may not be worth the wait. Yeah, you gotta wait forever, so by the time you get the help, you probably don't need it anymore. That's how government stuff works. Usually. Often. So, insurance claims going through the roof, and that's just a tropical storm. Imelda was only a tropical storm for less than an hour. Can you believe that? Why Tropical Storm Karen has whipped up a storm on the internet? Because people are idiots, that's why. That's an easy question to answer. Anyway, Imelda, yeah, definitely a boy, you can tell. Brat. A bratty boy. Definitely connected to Lorenzo. Can see that. Anyway, Lorenzo, UK, it's where the DJ's from. Jake and Nathan, they like to DJ. So it all makes sense. To me, at least. Anyway. We all know about Dorian. Don't have to look at that one. 10:22. And the eruption came at 6:22. So where is this time at 6:22? Where in the world is it 6:22? There you go. Edmonton. Darker. So anywhere else? Is it 6:22 anywhere else? Yeah. It would be. Except it's not 22 anymore, it's 23. Salt Lake City. There you go. PM though. $6:23 in Salt Lake City. But that's not where we're interested in. Where we're interested in. Where's the DJ from? London. DJ's from London. And it's 1:23 in London.